Question everything, trust nothing. It's your boys, Keeper, and coming up on stage, Crusader. What up, brother?
What's going on, man?
Dude, I'm pumped. We have got a good friend of the show, somebody that has been a longtime follower backstage. We're going to introduce him in just a minute. We got a couple little technical things we want to go over. We're going to introduce him because it is our first edition of Flip or Hodl. We're going to go through the game with everybody. David's going to actually play the game, so I'm excited to see how he fares. Hopefully he wins all of it because that's what we want people to come on and do. Right. I just want to remind everybody. Yeah, make that money. We are still. What do we want to do for the wheel today? Because we obviously need to get set up for the next show. What's kind of your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm thinking, let people send in super chats. We're trying to accumulate as many people as possible for the next game, and in the meantime, we don't want to keep people waiting. So just if you're interested in joining for the next game, just start sending your super chats. Every $1 super chat is one entry on the wheel, and we'll spin the wheel when the next show is ready to rock and roll.
Heck yeah, let's get after it. All right, so couple little house cleaning things. I do want to announce. I'm going to announce this twice today because sometimes people stroll in late. But congratulations to, and this is just going to be a user ID because I have
mystery person.
Congratulations to user number on ZoomX, our sponsor for Trading Wars 110054526. We will drop that into the chat as well. They won $1,000. Crusader, they did about 60 trades and were hella profitable. I do have to admit to the audience, I actually was supposed to go through and calculate the actual P&L, so please forgive me. Do not pin me to the cross, okay? I will get that P&L, the actual percentage. It looks like he did really well. I will tell you that.
He's definitely the winner. I don't want people to have any doubts. Yeah. He's definitely the winner. We just don't. What we're trying to calculate is by how much did he beat the other traders?
Yeah, exactly.
Is what we don't have.
Exactly. So it's 1100. So 1100 and then 54526, and we'll announce that again later on today. So super excited that he just won $1,000. That money will be in the exchange wallet. Right. So it'll be
I wanted to make sure there's no claiming process. Like you don't have to contact us or anything.
Yeah.
ZoomX will be sending you that $1,000 into your wallet in your ZoomX account. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. So if they didn't hear it or they missed the stream or whatever, never fear. It's not like we're holding on to it. They're going to get it straight from ZoomX. So congratulations.
One more round of applause for him. Let's go.
For real, dude.
That you can beat the traders on the show.
You can beat the traders. So if you want to join in on the fun for Mondays and Thursdays, you guys can trade 24/7. Make sure to use our ZoomX link. Do we have that pinned in the chat or no?
I'm not sure.
It's in the description at a minimum. We might pin it in the chat. But either way, if you guys do want to compete for this, this season, make sure to jump in. All right. I feel like David might be falling asleep in the background, so let's bring him up. I just want to give a quick background. David was part of our DCA fam, but we had an NFT drop that was super successful, had a lot of fun with, did an event back in May. I met David. Crusader had some family stuff going on and wasn't able to attend, but we had a lot of fun at the event. So I spent some time with David. So I was really happy when I saw, I see you guys probably see him in the chat all the time, David Brumblebow. And yeah, I'm just excited that that's who won, right? It's cool to give it away to anybody, but it was even more cool because
it's nice that somebody has been in the community for a long time, been supporting the show for a long time. So it's good. It's good to see.
David Brumbelow. I think I said Brumblebow. It's Brumbelow. So well, actually, he can clarify in a second. I think I got it the second time though.
All right, cool. The man up.
Let's bring the man up. David, what's up, brother?
Not much. Y'all doing all right?
Dude, we are hanging in. We're excited. Like I said, we were having a lot of fun, playing with this and trying to figure out who's going to get to come on and do this. And when we saw your name, we were like, heck yeah, let's go. So shout out to you, bro. Let's have some fun with it. Let's go over the rules, Crusader. Do you want to pull the game up and go over the rules real quick?
Yeah, for sure. So the game's pretty straightforward. Let me share my screen here.
I don't know if you ever watched Deal or No Deal before, David, but you're about to play.
Yeah.
About to play Flipper Hodls. What you're about to play.
Pretty simple, right? You pick a number 1 through 24. The first number you pick will be the case that you're going to hold until the end of the game. And then throughout there's different rounds. The first 3 rounds, you pick 5 cases. The bank will give you an offer. Either you flip it or you hodl it. If you flip it, you keep on going. If you hodl it, you take it and walk away with whatever the offer was done. And then you go continuously until you run out of cases, and there's just your case and one other case on the table. And then you get to choose whether to keep your case and open it or change it for whatever other case was left on the table. And then you choose, it reveals what you have.
If he decides not to take one of the banker offers.
Yes, if he doesn't decide,
right.
if he decides to hodl it, right, and hold the bank offer, the game's over. Whatever the offer is what he takes home, and the game is done. If he flips it, he keeps taking it all the way to the end. Then that is what happens at the end of the game.
So shout out to BenCoin. BenCoin is the sponsor of the show today. They were so generous as to offer the $1,000 in BenCoin. So that is what's up for grabs. And as a reminder to everybody, we were talking about, hey, every dollar super chat that you send in, for those people that have been watching probably already know this, you can get your name on the wheel at least once. We've got the wheel that we're going to be spinning for the next person to come on. If David doesn't, unfortunately, win the full 1,000, which we want him to, but if he doesn't, the coins are going to roll over. So this number could get exponentially bigger because let's be fair, dude, it's hard to win. I know I got lucky the first time and won, but it doesn't usually happen like that. Like it just doesn't.
It hasn't happened since. We've played the game a few times.
No. We even played it backstage a couple times and can't freaking win it again.
The $1,000 doesn't happen. It just, it's one of those things.
So David, let me ask you this. So for the audience, just kind of as an idea, I know you like to trade. That's something that we've talked about, in the past when I met you in May. I know that's something that you're really active in doing. Does that mean that you're more of a gambler per se, or would you say that you're going to be more conservative on the side of things as we play this game? What do you think? Like, what's your initial thought?
I'm typically more conservative.
Okay.
Typically.
All right. Well, we're gonna see how it goes today. I'm hoping I'm hoping that $1,000.
I don't have anything to lose.
You do not have anything to lose. That is a fact. We got a super chat. Let me. I've actually seen this name a couple times. Lee Calify says, "Yo, since it's the season, can Jesus Coin get some love up in here for the holiday spirit?" Hey, we can't be shilling another coin when BenCoin sponsoring the show, but apparently,
we will shill Jesus.
We will shill Jesus.
Doing pretty good.
I will shill Jesus all day, every day. So that was Lee Kalapi. All right, I just added you, and thank you very much for the super chat, Lee. All right, cool. Let's do it, dude. Let's get it started. Hold on. Do we want to do an article then start? Let's let him pick his case and do the first five.
Yeah,
let's start
the first,
because we are going to go over a few topics. And David, we're going to want your input if you don't mind on a couple of the articles too. So let's talk about it. All right, cool. All right, David, it's all you, brother. Pick a case.
1 through 24. Any number's yours.
Number 16.
16. All right.
Number 16 is David's case. For all of you that are watching, that is going to be the one that's going to stay gold. Now, David, you have to pick 5 more cases, and as you pick, we're going to see them disappear from the sides. Those are off the table.
You're trying to go for low numbers here. You want
low numbers. Come on.
You don't want high numbers.
Daddy wants a new pair of shoes.
Unlike Evan Aldo the other day was like $1,000. That's right, baby.
Oh, yeah, he did do that.
I saw that. 1.
Your first case is going to be number 1.
Number 1.
All right, here we go.
Be a low number.
$200.
Okay. Not a low number. Not a huge
great,
number. Not a huge number. Okay.
Not terrible.
6.
Number 6. Here we go. $7. Let's go, baby.
There's a good one.
11.
All right. 11. Man's got a plan.
Oh! Hey, well, I know which one it's not.
Oh, all right, man.
Oh,
still got $750.
The 750 is still there.
400 and 300 sitting at the table. So let's not.
It's not over. It's not over. We could still have a fantastic turnout here.
Good ones up there.
All right, cool.
Number 7.
Number 7. Let's go, baby.
There we go.
Get that penny out of the way.
Let's go with number 4.
Number 4. All picking low numbers. I see your strategy is to stay low. See if this.
Come on, be a low number.
Oh, it was.
Oh, it was a low number.
It was like $20 or something. Your first offer.
Oh, I'm gonna
$85.
I'm gonna keep going.
He's gonna keep
You're
going.
gonna flip it.
All
okay,
right.
He's flipping it.
So, chat. Just as a reminder, So he's picked 5 cases. His case number is number, what was it? Was it 16?
Yes.
Is number 16. We're going to continue to move forward. Again, shout out to BenCoin for sponsoring the show. The tokens are going to be, shot over to David after he hopefully wins $750 at this point. The 1,000 did get taken off the table. Doesn't mean it can't still be a big number. So let's do the thing and let's keep it going. So let me chat. First of all, smash the like if you haven't already. That's the simple thing that you can do, and it's free. And again, if you want to get on the wheel, make sure to toss those.
That's right. Drop in those super chats. And David, by the way, if you ever need help picking a number, you can always ask the chat to help you pick a number.
That's a good point. But then he's got somebody to blame, and it's like,
that's right.
Do I really want?
Good.
Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
everybody loves to blame somebody else. Oh, he did.
Let chat pick one.
He did it. He did it. All right, cool. So we had a couple articles that we wanted to touch on. Let's start off with the SEC. I think this is a really interesting one, and we want to explain something to everybody on this. So the SEC advises Bitcoin ETF firms on cash creations to address broker concerns. Cash creation appears to be one solution the SEC is comfortable with to address concerns around the broker-dealers directly handling Bitcoin. All right, so Crusader, I'm not going to actually read this article. Do you want to explain to the chat, to everybody in here, what cash creation is versus directly, dealing in Bitcoin?
Yeah, this was important because when I first read this, I was concerned. I was like, wait a minute. Are they trying to fugazi something in the back end where they're not really going to be holding spot Bitcoin? Because they talk about in-kind versus cash creation.
Cash creations versus in-kind.
Right? Versus in-kind. They're not willing to accept in-kind. And I was like, are they not going to hold the spot Bitcoin? Like, is this going to be fugazi? Are they setting us up to trap us, right? So I was concerned about it. But after doing some research and reading up on it, basically, in-kind versus cash creation is basically when you go buy the ETF, if they accept in-kind, they are willing to accept Bitcoin as a payment for the ETF shares. If they are not willing to accept in-kind, meaning they have to accept cash creation, means that they have to accept cash. You can only buy the ETF shares with fiat, with money, right? Doesn't have to be actual cash in a suitcase of money, but it has to be fiat money. This way, they don't have to deal with third parties that are not registered and dealing with the Bitcoin being transferred left and over and all this stuff. So that's all it is. They just are not willing to allow you to buy the share ETF with Bitcoin.
So I want to get David's take on this, but I want to say something first, just quickly. I think the interesting thing for me here is that if they are doing the cash creation, it still keeps the banks in there, right? And so I think they can spin it however they want. The reality is they're still trying to keep their paws, you know what I mean, on the playing field, versus if they just did in kind, which is, hey, Bitcoin to buy, you know what I'm saying, to purchase the ETF shares. Now they're full on saying, hey, Bitcoin is, a full on currency. And I think that's what they're trying. So they're trying to avoid market volatility for sure, right? They're going to argue that anyway. And then also, I think they're trying to keep the banks in there. David, any thoughts on this article?
I think it's the same thing with the fake paper gold, paper silver. It's it seems like the same type thing. It allows them to create fake Bitcoin on paper, or the asset is actually fake and on paper. They don't necessarily need to be holding that particular asset. I think to me that's concerning, because then someone purchasing doesn't do anything towards increasing the price or what's actually being held. I think it needs to actually be the asset being held.
So it is the asset being held, David. It's just the purchase. They have to purchase it with cash. They can't purchase it with.
I think
Bitcoin.
What he's saying is like just how gold works right now, right? You can buy gold shares on the stock market, right? And they're supposed to be holding that gold,
but
technically, between one audit and the next, they might have a little bit less than what they're actually selling. And there's a little bit of fugazi going on. I think that's what David is getting.
That's what I'm saying. They need to actually physically have Bitcoin in their possession. I don't care if they trade it in cash, whatever. They need to physically have that Bitcoin, gold, silver, whatever it is, in their possession.
So I think it'll be interesting. That's a really good point, David. Appreciate you saying that. I think
I wonder how often they're going to have proof of reserves.
Well, so that's what I was about to say. So the reserve, technically, the way that at least I understand it is they actually have to hold 1-to-1. That's the rules, right? But how often are those audits happening? Because you're right, they could float and they're expecting market volatility, or they know that something's coming up that's going to be bearish for the price, and they're like, hey, let's hold off. We've got all this cash sitting here to purchase. We're going to show it, but we're going to hold off and purchase later on down the line. I could see that being an issue for sure. I think,
yeah, dude, look at that building in the United States. That's the size of, it's in a shape with 5 sides. It like always fails as audits.
Check this out.
And
this is a great chat. Yeah, that's a good point. I can't understand how every Bitcoin maxi is okay with the ETFs. As far as I know, Bitcoin was created to be against all corporations and governments. Satoshi will come out and slap every maxi with the standard. This is a freaking great comment, and I don't disagree. I think that what they like about it is very simple. They like the fact that, hey, I got a bunch of Bitcoin and it's going to be worth a bunch more money. It's pumping my bags. Point blank, period. It's not about the ethos that is Bitcoin at that point. It's about, this is how much Bitcoin I hold, and this is what it's ultimately, worth. And that's what I think it comes down to.
Look at this comment. Watch Satoshi dump his bag after spotting
the Genesis wallet opens up and just dump a million Bitcoin on the freaking market.
If that happens, everybody run. Everybody run.
Oh my gosh, that would be nuts. Yeah. Smash the like if you haven't already, chat. We got about 75 people in here. You have all showed up. This is sponsored by BenCoin. David Brumbelow on here trying to win up to $1,000. The 1,000 is gone at this point, but the 750 still on the table. So we are going to keep it rocking. 5 more cases, David. And like we said, feel free. You pick them, play with the chat, whatever, however you want to play it. This is your game, brother. We want you to win this money.
Start with 21.
All right.
Low number.
Here we go. Come on, low number. Oh, no. But we still got 500.
We still got 500.
We still got 400, and we still got 300. Those are 3 big numbers.
We do. All right.
Unfortunately, 750 and 1,000 is off the table. But we still got a chance of taking 50% of this bag home. All right. 4 more cases, David.
14.
14. Come on, low number. Come on. 60 baby.
$60.
60.
Okay,
that's good. That's good.
We need to start unloading that left side, though, David. Unloading that left side.
Come on.
Oh.
2 more.
18.
Well, isn't it 3 more?
3 more. Yeah, 3 more. My bad. 15.
$15.
Let's go,
there
baby.
We go. That's what we're talking about.
How about 19?
19. Come on, low number.
$12. Left side. There we go. Now we're rocking.
Let's go. All right.
24.
24. Come on. Oh, ooh. 500.
Ooh. All right, the bank's offering you $52. You on above 52 on the wheel or on the game right now. You have 55, 75, 100, 300, and 400. Everything else is lower than that. What's your thought? You like the bank offer, or you want to keep it rocking?
Keep going.
Keep going. Let's go, baby. Let's flipping it.
All right.
Let's take a small break here.
Yeah, let's take a brief break. Just reminding everybody, if you want to have the opportunity to come on and play, drop your super chats. Every dollar is a name, is a spot on the wheel. We'll be spinning the wheel before the next game. So just reminding everybody, I know there's been a lot of people in here the last few days doing that. We appreciate everybody's support. It is the way that we are able, to continue to run the show. And we just thank you to BenCoin for being able to do this. Shout out to the BenCoin community for sure. All right, let's talk about CBDCs. David, you and I had a conversation about CBDCs. I think a lot of us talked about CBDCs at our event. Yeah, at the boot camp in May for sure. CBDCs, like a digital dollar, face doubts without privacy protections. Key organization finds. Okay. So a Bank for International Settlements report found that privacy is viewed as a key component of CBDC design. More countries are exploring the use of CBDCs. Many of you know that central banks have toyed for years with the idea of issuing digital versions of their nation's currencies, a digital dollar and the like. These so-called central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, are envisioned being built atop blockchains, the ledger technology invented in the cryptocurrency realm where expectations of privacy run high. A new study from Bank of International Settlements has found that prospective CBDC users will likely make similar demands and that privacy protection should be considered. This report from the BIS, colloquially known as the central bank for the world's central banks, queried 3,500 people on how their use of a CBDC as a means of payment would vary depending on the level of privacy. The provision of information on privacy was also an important factor. This is the last thing I want to hit. It says, we find that both factors significantly increase participants' willingness to use CBDCs by up 60% when purchasing privacy-sensitive products, according to a report which was conducted by the research, not on the BIS staff. So look, privacy. We're talking about money. They push this narrative that, and it feels to me that they push this narrative that for so long about how crypto is used for all of these bad things and blah, blah. And now they want to jump on and push our currency as a cryptocurrency, right? Why would they do that? Well, the blockchain is, if we're using a public blockchain, allows them to be able to track anything and everything. And I think that there are instances, it's not just money laundering, people, okay? I think that there are instances where people just want their privacy. Like, not try to be funny, but like there's certain things that people will buy that they don't need to tell their neighbor about. They don't need to tell the tax man about. They don't need to tell people about. They just make the purchase and boom, bam, slam. So I think the privacy level is important, but my concern is that their whole goal with the CBDCs is the exact opposite of that. And it's to take away that privacy. It's to take away and give themselves more power and control. Crusader, thoughts?
Yeah, man, I 100% believe the CBDCs are all about control and surveillance, right? And just knowing where it is. If anyone's ever seen Black Mirror and seen the episode of the social credit score, right? That's where the CBDC leads us to. It's to a social credit score, full control of your money, your life, your surveillance, to your privacy, everything. So it's definitely, I don't see any benefit to it to the average person. There's only benefits to the government at this point.
Yeah. What do you think, David?
Oh, I agree 100%. It's all about privacy and control. We want the privacy, they want the control. And when through a CBDC, it's very easy for them to be able to track everything and know pretty much everything about you. You go out and spend $20 on your son or your daughter, and they're going to know exactly where it went, who it went to, or whoever you happen to spend it on, or what you spend it on. They think you bought too many hamburgers, or you bought too much gasoline, or you spent too much on your oil or your electricity or whatever. They just turn you off and bring you in compliance.
Yep. And that's the concern, right? 100%. Because they have smart contracts attached to this money. And the smart contract says if, then, and they get to fill in the if and the then. And so what Crusader was talking about, pushing towards the social credit score and some of the carbon credits and things like that, is that they can say, well, this person has done X, Y, and Z, has flown this many times, has, driven this many miles on their car, or bought this many gallons of gas, or all of these terrible things, according to the, let's call it like it is, to the left. And ultimately, they will have the ability to fill in the if and then. Well, if this person's bought this many gallons of gas, or if this person has flown this many times in a year, then they're able to restrict, or they're not able to do this. Or if this person has done this, then they can only spend money within this range of an area of their home. And it does. All of a sudden, it gets scary, because with the if and the then being wide open, and you give it to the government, you're opening yourselves up for just a big fat question mark. I feel like you're opening yourselves up for, Germany 2.0. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just saying, like, you're just opening it up to just, hey, they can do whatever they want, and people are just going to deal with it no matter how terrible it is. So,
yeah, man, it's not good at all. I mean, it's definitely something of concern. There's been a lot of talk back and forth on whether, a lot of legislators out here saying about them trying to ban the CBDCs and make sure it doesn't happen. I don't know where it's going to lead. I don't see the government wanting to give up power when it's at its fingertips. But I definitely see a lot of people up against it as well. So I don't know where it's going to lead. It's something to be definitely interesting in for the rest of this decade.
Yeah, for sure. Smash the like if you haven't already, fam. Again, we got like 75 people in here. Not sure how many likes we have. We are playing the first edition of Flipper Hodl, brought to you by BenCoin. David's had a little bit rough go at it right off here, off the rip. The 1,000, 750, and 500 are all gone, but I still have confidence that we are going to walk away with a nice little bag of money today. David, you have 5. Oh, before I say that, and just a reminder to everybody, every dollar you put in a super chat, we'll get your name on the wheel. We had somebody do one just a little bit ago, and thank you to all of you that are just here, period, and thank you to all of you that have put super chats out there. We appreciate everybody. All right, so what's he got, Crusader? 5 more?
Yeah, 5 more. Another round of 5.
Another round of 5.
All right. Let's try 9.
9. All right, here we go. Come on, low number.
Left side. Left side.
There
left
we go.
side.
25.
Okay,
25. That's
side.
good.
Come on. Left side.
13.
13.
Left
13.
side. Left side. Left side.
Come on.
Left.
Let's go.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Now we're rocking.
8.
All right, 8. All
Left
right,
side.
Go. Oh.
Oh, that was a bad one to pull.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
We still got 300. Maybe 16 has that 300 in it.
That's
maybe
true.
16
That's
has
very
that
true.
300. We don't know.
Right.
12. 12. Come on, 12. Where are
Left
you?
side.
Come on, 50 cents. Come on. $1, baby. Let's
All
go.
right. That's what we're talking about.
Let's go. Gotta celebrate the wins when we
got
get
2
them.
more or 1 more? 2 more? 2
We'll
more.
find out. I don't know.
We'll find out.
Try 23.
23. Come on, low number. Come on, 50 cents. Come
Left
on.
side.
Okay, that
Left
was
side.
a low number. That was a low number.
All right, so we got 50 cents, $5, $35, 40, 50. So basically, David, it's offering you $49. You still have 50, 55, 75, 100, and 300. So you have 5 cases that are above that number, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4 cases below that number.
Yeah. Flip it again.
Flip it again.
Flip it, baby. Let's go.
I like it, man. Positive outlook.
We didn't come here for $40, bro. We came here for the big bucks.
That's right. So, Crusader, do we want to do the last article and then finish the game on the tail end? What do you think?
Yeah, let's hit the last article real quick.
Okay.
And then we'll
Let's hit the last article real quick. Let's talk a little bit about the Bitcoin. They got some interesting things happening over in Germany, and I'm all about it. Bitcoin rises 4.5% on fresh, breathtaking news from Germany. What could it be? According to a recent piece by Forbes, Joanna Kotar from the German Federal Parliament, Bundestag, has suggested introducing the world's flagship cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, as a legal tender in Germany. Can I get a round of applause from that, Crusader? A few years ago, this was already implemented in El Salvador. Max Kaiser, who is now Bitcoin advisor to the country's president, claims that Bitcoin has significantly improved the economic metrics of El Salvador. She is also an anti-digital euro stance. Bitcoin has added almost 5% on this news after the past 24 hours. Let's talk about this, all right? We start having big countries coming in and saying, hey, listen, this thing Bitcoin, it's not just a cryptocurrency. It's not just digital gold. It's not just an ETF, but we want to actually recognize it as currency within our system. Crusader, talk to me about why this is so important for Bitcoin.
We're seeing the beginning, bro. We're seeing the beginning. We started with El Salvador, a small country, right? We saw a few other South American countries talk about it, maybe do a little something here and there.
Yep.
But it's branching out, man. It's branching out there, right? Big countries, not companies, big countries are talking about it. And if Germany jumps on the bandwagon and starts implementing Bitcoin as legal tender, it's going to be opening up the blueprint for other big nations to take a closer look and start adopting Bitcoin. And we could see that, right? That's one of the aspects of the super cycle that I've talked about in the last couple of months is countries. This next cycle, right? We might start seeing countries adopting Bitcoin. We're going to see bigger corporations adopting Bitcoin into their balance sheets. And there's only so much Bitcoin out there. It's only 2 million on exchanges floating around right now.
Yep.
Free. And I think maybe about 1 more million to be mined or something like that. So it's not a lot left.
Yeah. Let me ask you, David, do you see a world where the United States jumps on board with this? So we're talking about Germany. Big, that would be a big move. We had El Salvador do it. We got Germany talking about it. We've got other countries talking about it. Do you see a world where the United States actually does this and recognizes it as an actual currency?
They do in some ways already, because they don't mind confiscating it and holding it.
That's a really good point. I never even thought about that. You're right. You're right.
So they're already in, and I believe a lot of the things that's going on between the SEC and Ripple, I think that's to slow things down, because if you look at the rest of the World Economic Forum, and look at some of the papers and everything that they've wrote, you look at their paperwork from April of 2022, some of the stuff from even this year that's been released, they're ready. But the one thing that holds it all up is the Ripple case. So I think once it finally gets out, I really think the U.S. government is using the Ripple case to slow everything down so that they can catch up, because they're too far behind. They were too far behind when they got into it and realized they were being left behind. So I think they're using the case to slow everything down. Then once the case goes through, I think we're going to see a lot of things really start to take off. And I can't think of the legislation that was supposed to go into effect right about now, but it didn't. They pushed it out. I think it's been pushed out till 2025, if I'm not mistaken. So
what, as it relates to the ISO coins?
Maybe, well, it has to do with ISO and adoption of the system. So I think that once they put all that into effect, whenever that is, that's when the U.S. has their ducks in a row, because everyone else's economies are based off of the U.S. economy. Right. Whatever's happening in the U.S. is basically what happens everywhere else. It's like Bitcoin. Yeah. Everything else within the cryptocurrency ecosystem, for the most part, whatever Bitcoin does, that's what the rest of the system does. So, and it's kind of the same with the U.S. If the U.S. is doing well, a lot of the rest of the world's doing well. So it's just a matter of time. I think the U.S. already knows. I just think outwardly they're just showing a lot of hesitancy, and putting up barriers and try to make it look like things aren't good, it's scammy, and trying to keep the regular population, the regular people. I think they're trying to scare most of the regular people out of it until they get their own ducks in a row. And once they do, and then the supply is gone, then you have the price skyrockets because there's none available, because we're not far from that point.
Yeah.
The halvening's coming. When that happens again, then you got less coming into the supply. So
it's all lining up.
Yeah, it's lining up. And when all that happens and the supply is gone, the only response from there is for the price to pop. And then you're going to have all these people out there who offer stocks to people now offering crypto to people for their investments. But then they're more in control. They have control of the supply.
They're more in control, but they're and the people getting in are kind of late to the party, Yeah,
dude, I completely agree that they were left behind, and they have been trying to use delay tactics to try to catch up. And the transfer of wealth is happening, and the country is sinking in national debt. They need to find a lifeboat to be able to continue on, right? And when they start finding this Bitcoin stuff, cryptocurrencies, they're like, well, maybe this is the life raft that we need. Let's pull the boat back. Let's try to delay things by a couple of years, and let's try positioning ourselves here so that we can survive this national debt.
Yeah, I think we're all on the same page. I think it'll happen at some point. I just think that it's going to take some more time and positioning, and for whatever the reasons that they want to be in certain positions and places and things. I also think that maybe before they ever do that, the United States, I think we'll be pushed over to a CBDC, because at that point it's all blockchain, 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 blockchain. It's so recognizable. It's so normal. It's so everyday thing. And we accept Bitcoin. You know what I mean? There's a lot of companies that already do it, but the United States to do it, I think they're going to want to move their entire system over to the blockchain is my thoughts. We got about 90 people in here. Make sure to smash the like. First edition of Flip or Hodl, first official edition of Flip or Hodl. We've got long-time listener, long-time friend of the show, David Brumbelow, on the show trying to win some money. It's been a little tough so far, David, but I got faith in you. I know we're going to finish out strong, so I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you to BenCoin for providing the liquidity for the show. And just as a reminder for everybody, 2 reminders. 1, super chats every $1. Get your name on the wheel at least once, right? Every $1, one time. And then number 2, no matter what David gets here, because at this point, some numbers have disappeared that were the highest of numbers, that amount is going to roll over to the next time we play this game. So at an actual minimum right now, Crusader, the next game we play is going to be for $1,700. Because
that's a big number, dude. It's gonna start growing pretty quickly.
Yeah,
pretty quickly.
I wish that wasn't the story that I was telling right now, but that's where we're at right now. So just to be clear, guys, if you want to get on that wheel, make sure to send those super chats. We're going to be at least at $1,700 for the next time we play the game, and we're going to be playing this game off, and I'm looking forward to it.
David, you can take that 300, baby. Come on, I know.
Come on, baby. Let's get that 300. That's what I want to see you walk away with at this point. That $300. What you got? We got three more cases.
We're doing rounds of 3 now.
Let's do rounds of 3. Okay.
Rounds of 3, yep.
5, 10, and 20.
5, 10, and
5,
20.
10.
You want them to go in that order?
And 20.
It doesn't matter.
All right, let's start with number 5. Come on, low number.
Left side.
Oh,
there's 300.
Oh, we still got the 100 though.
David, I am sorry, my man. Okay. All right. Number 10.
All right, number 10. Come on.
Left side.
Come on.
Left side.
Oh
my. Good Lord.
No.
This has not been friendly today.
Oh.
Good Lord. It's such a game of chance. It's such a game of chance, though, dude. You're literally picking blind numbers for, you know what I mean? Just a random, yeah.
We all know BenCoin's going to 10,000x, so whatever I win.
There it is. See, listen, he sees the upside. He sees the upside. That's right.
What was the last number?
He said 20, I think.
20, I think.
What? Okay.
He did say 20.
Come on, 50 cents. $75. Oh my
gosh. Nah, we're going to flip that.
He said, we're going to flip that. We ain't taking $21.
Looking at what's on the board. They ain't happening.
We got 50 cents, $5, 35, 40, 50, and $55 on the table right now. 55 is the best option. What are you taking? What are you picking, David?
2, 3, and 22.
2? 50 cents, baby. Let's go.
There we go.
Gotta celebrate those wins, bro.
That's
Gotta
right.
celebrate those wins.
That's right. Celebrate the wins.
What was the second number?
3.
3. Come on. $5.
All right.
Let's go.
All right.
22.
Let's go. Good round so far. What was the last one?
22.
22. Come on.
Be 35.
Come on, 35. Yes,
nice.
baby. Yes.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about. That was a good round.
Dude, look at the bank offer right now. The bank offer's like, hey, dude, you're going to win more than this, so let's offer $32 as if he's going to go for that. You sure you don't want to keep that 32, David? Because you're guaranteed at least 40. I'm just throwing it out there. I want to give you the opportunity.
We're flipping that.
Okay, we're
let's
flipping
go.
that.
Let's
All
go.
right.
Come on. All
now
right,
you
pick
get
one. You get to
case.
pick one case now, and then we'll be able to decide between your case and the final case.
I'm going to pick 17. We'll let chat pick the last one.
Okay.
Well, if you pick 17,
if you
then
pick
the last choice is either keeping your case or flipping your case.
Oh, okay. Well,
go ahead.
Never mind. We could let chat pick between 15 and 17.
No. It's up to you. This is your game.
Let's let chat pick between 15 and 17.
Okay. You heard it, chat.
Chat.
15 or 17?
15 or 17. Let chat. Listen, this game has been brutal today. We need support for David, okay? There is a huge $15 difference between the $40 and the $55. Let's go. All right, everybody's saying 17, it looks like.
I'm seeing more 17s.
All right, 17s.
17 it is. Come on.
Come on, $3.
Oh,
50, right in the middle.
Bucks. 50
right in the middle.
bucks. Okay, in the middle. Not terrible.
Okay.
So you're either taking 40 bucks home or 55 bucks.
I'm
now you
keeping
get
my
to
box.
decide.
I picked it.
He
You
said,
pick
"I'm keeping
16.
my
Do
box."
you want to keep it and
I want
see
my
it,
box.
or you want to change it?
I want my box.
Now, David, let me just tell you something real quick. There's a movie called 21.
Don't listen to him. He's been wrong every time he said this.
And statistically, changing this box gives you a 60% chance of upping the money. I'm just saying.
I think that only works on the game shows that have like 3 doors.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the one that has like the 3 to 4 doors. Like behind this door, you have this, and then when you're down to the last 3, the guy tells you like, well, we'll reveal one for you. Here you go. Now, which one do you want?
We need to look that
A or
up.
B?
We need to look that up.
I'm pretty sure it works that way.
Okay. Well,
I'm not sure.
All right. So at any event, he wants to keep it. I'm not trying to change his mind.
Sure?
I was just messing around. All right. So is he taking home $40 in BenCoin, or is he taking home $55 in BenCoin? I wish I was saying, is he taking home $750 or $1,000? But it is a game and they are difficult. So what's he taking home?
Are you keeping it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
55.
Moment of truth,
55,
baby.
55.
Moment of truth. Come on.
55.
55.
Yeah, good call.
Let's go.
All right. And freaking tastic. Oh, David.
Thank y'all.
Thank you very much.
We wish it was a higher number, man.
Yeah.
That's all right.
For sure.
$55. It's $55.
That's right. It's $55 more than you had when you came on. And
that might be $55,000.
I was about to say, and if BenCoin, you know what I'm saying, rockets like we're hoping it's going to, that $55 could turn into something big. Dude, shout out to you, David. I just want to tell you on the stream here, you have been a great support. We see your name in the chat all the time. You have been a DCA holder. We met you out at the event in May. So I can't thank you enough. You're a freaking great 100%. Human being. So everybody in the chat, just shout out to David. David, we love you. We appreciate you for coming on, brother.
Same here. Appreciate you having me.
Hey, that's
Billy
a good point.
Nice job. Making $55 an hour.
There we go.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. $55 an hour. So everybody in the chat, just as a reminder, we're going to continue to play Flip or Hodl the next time we come on. Okay. The total that's going to be available is $1,945. I just want to, I hate to say that with David on the show, but it is the reality.
Hey,
the next time we play,
maybe David gets back on.
That's
maybe
true.
David wins the wheel again and he comes back to the second show.
That's a good point. The next time we come on, it's going to be $1,945. So, David, obviously, just shoot us your wallet address over in Discord as we've been communicating with you over there. We appreciate you, brother. We hope you have a wonderful day. Anything you want to say to all the people as they're watching, bro?
Nothing in particular. Trade safe.
Trade safe.
Trade safe.
Yeah, market makers are out there to get you.
They are searching for sure. All right, crypto fam, we appreciate each and every one of you as always. Billy said $4.99. Adam, all right, you got me at the last second here, Billy. I'm putting you on, brother. Crypto Billy going on the wheel 5 times. Thank you, Billy, for your support. You are another long-time supportive member of the show. We appreciate you, brother. So, crypto fam, we love you guys. Thank you to BenCoin for providing liquidity for the show. And like we said, that liquidity is going to roll over. So now we got $1,945 is going to be available the next time we do the show. So make sure that you get on the wheel. We love you guys. You could have been anywhere on a Friday. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. Be safe. Use an Uber. Don't drink and drive. Question everything.
Trust nothing.
And until next time, hodl
like it's hot.
We'll see you soon.